Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap. In front of all of you, I am presenting the Economics Time newspaper headline. So, first of all, BCCI said digital base price higher than TVs. Next, team us to infuse rupees 1200 crore into Mahindra's EV arm. Next, cause lineup IPO to raise around rupees 8000 crore in August. Next, bill to replace Delhi ordinance passed in LS. RS node also likely. Next, India restricts imports of laptops, tablets, PCs. Next, India's GDP to double by FY21 S&P. Next, Blackstone sets its sight on buying out Hamid from Cipla. Next, government opposition agree to debate Manipur under the Rule 167. Next, Center Gujarat Act in tandem to toss out Art 370 petitioners. Next, Tata Consumer ITC in fray to buy Fab India backed Organic India stake. Next, services PMI hits 13-year high in July. Next, Dalal Street wobbles on weak global cues. Next, Davidson Campner begins rejig of Akash board. Next, government tables digital personal data protection bill. Next, exemptions for government limited to national security public order. Next, no merger Shanghai to stay listed for now. Next, Airtel quarter one profit flat year on year drop 46% on quarter. On page number 3, pure politics section in that Lok Sabha passes bill to replace Delhi ordinance. Next, SBI moves NCLT to admit MMOPL under insolvency process. Next, Parliament has powers to frame laws for Delhi. Shah. Next, Centre trying to weaken Delhi government, says opposition. BJP levels graft charges on AK regime. Next, bill is to enslave people of Delhi. Next, government opposition now agree to debate Manipur under Rule 167. Next, mass burial of cookie bodies deferred on Home Ministry's intervention. On page number 4, pure politics section in that Ahmedabad High Court gives nude for ASI survey of Gyan Vapi exercise may begin today. Next, appeal in Supreme Court against High Court order upholding Bihar caste survey. Next, Nuhu minor Muzaffarnagar burned for months. BJP minority cell chief. Next, Moscow set on fire in Nuh. Two men thrashed in Gurugram. Next, Center GUV act in tandem to toss over Article 370 petitioners to Supreme Court. Next, Congress demand judicial inquiry into new violence. Next, look to and FY24 with rupees 11,000 crore cash. Next, need labor reforms to sustain growth. S&P. Next, art director Nitin Desai's death probe to include Edelweiss ARC role Fernandez. Next, Edelweiss ARC executive to be summoned soon. Police. Next, security risk. Next, board will escort for new auditors. Next, consortium with LP. On page number 6 in the brand section in that Tata Consumer ITC among cause keen to buy into Fab India backed Organic India. Next, T Musk to infuse rupees 200 crore into Mahindra CV subsidiary. Next, in a first BCCI set digital base price higher than TVs. Next, French eye beer co-Esler sign on Virat Kohli has its brand ambassador. Next, premium phone sale spurt. It may be budget models turn next. Next, local hardware cost to benefit, but supply issues seen in short term. Next, HR post to record quarter one profit aims for e-bike launch in 2 years. Next, Indigen gets SEBI note to float IPO. Next, Fortis looks to expand in Mumbai suburbs. Next, Sun Pharma profit drops to rupees 2,023 crore. Next, Dabur net rises over 3% on ruler boost. On page number 7 in companies section in that Go First moves Supreme Court against High Court order on leased planes. Next, Sterling and Wilson backs rupees 826 crore order in 4 months. Next, Try issues paper on aviation data communication services. On page number 18 companies section in that global investors remain upbeat on office reality. Next, Viva.com 18 eyes 400 million viewers for Big Boss 17 on TV digital platforms. Next, Brookfield India REIT rises over rupees 2000 crore via Q IP issue. On page number 9, economic market in that Morgan Stanley upgrades India, downgrades China. Next, cause lineup IPO to raise around rupees 800 crore in August. Next, regulator puts NSDL proposed rupees 300 crore IPO in abeyance. On page number 10 in smart investing section in that review exporters caution listing RBI panel. Next, Dalal Street Indies wobble with global weakness. Next, rupee falls to month low, closes at 82.73. Next, higher borrowings, deposit rates rise, banks funding cost. Next, Concord Biotech's niche API play holds promise for growth. Next, cause lineup IPO in August. Next, core rises rupees 465 crore from 41 anchors. Next, going global good for Indigo has home turf to get crowded. Next, Twin Star Holdings pairs 4.1% stake in Vedanta. Next, BOM likely to raise up to rupees 1000 crore via Tier 2 bonds. Next, ICRA posts 88% growth in quarter 1 net profit. Next, LIC Housing Fin quarter 1 net up 43% on core income. Next, SEBI puts NSDL IPO in abeyance. Next, NCLAT reviewing dismissal of Simplex insolvency case. Next, page number 11, companies section in that India gets EU invite for critical materials club. Next, bill on 50-year offshore minerals lease cleared. Next, oil is Maharatna, ONGC, Videsh Navratna. Next, app for plaint redressal, FASTag launched. On page number 13, companies section in that 5 from Goa's Salgao car family under ED lines. Next, Novelis net income havels $156 million in June quarter on weaker sales volume. Next, Qualcomm India's Rajan Vajadia takes up global role. Savi Sol Swine to lead ops here. On page number 14, economy section in that India and Saudi Arabia aim for cooperation in green hydrogen. Next, Goel cautions global south of rich nations divide and rule policy. Next, government no restriction on tour imports from Mozambique. Next, post exceptionals net income rupees 1600 112.5 crore. On page number 15, economy section in that services activity hits 13-year high in July. Next, moderate flash flood risk in SC Southeast Madhya Pradesh adjoining Vidarbha and West Chhattisgarh and West Madhya Pradesh. Next, isolate heavy rainfall likely over northwest India for next 3 to 4 days. Next, subdued rainfall activity likely over peninsular India for next 5 days. Next, increase in rainfall activity over Bihar in 2 days. Next, panel proposes sharp increase in NREGS wages budget outlay. Next, NMDC to operationalize its local gold mines CMD. On page number 16, around the world section in that media impacts economics, society and democracy itself. People value social media, but it also makes them less happy. Next, Bank of England lift interest rate to 15-year high, more hikes likely. Next, manufacturing holds key to 7 to 7.5% growth, says CE. Next, growth prospects intact in FY24, but external headwinds wait. Next, Saudi Arabia extends crude output cut. Page number 17, companies section in that Ambuja to buy Sengi Industry at rupees 5,000 crore enterprise value. Next, Adani Enterprises quarter 1 profit up 44%, revenue falls 37%. Next, Adani Power's profit rises 83% in June quarter. On page number 18, editorial page section in that rating agencies don't be such a fetch. Next, this cable remaining. Next, let your mind set. Next, more battery storage beast than lion. Next, a burning desire only for business. Next, swimming with the rain. Next, bleaching after a splendid meal. Next, till when will it be cast in stone? Next, splitting in office. Big deal, no big deal. Next, let's reverse, not reverse. On page number 19, economic panache section in that ramp to riches. Next, campaigns, contracts, endorsements bring in big bucks. Ujala Rao. Next, the reason Prince Albert of Monaco has appointed a new chief of staff. Next, the Wolf of Wall Street Lamborghini. Next, agony and ecstasy. Next, Ankita wins first top level match of 2023. Next, in a reality check ahead of the Olympic next year. Next, former India batsman Manoj Tiwari on Thursday. Next, India lost T20 series opener. Next, Mohun Bagan thresh Bangladesh Army 5-0. Next, India Mall China 7-2. Next, Messi playing in the US Boost FC Dallas on a soccer bet. On page number 20 in disruption section in that new data bill tabled in LS government ties passage in current session. Next, at a rupees 2 crore Zomato turns profitable for first time this quarter. Next, exemptions for government limited to national security public order. Next, TCS neural manufacturing tool launched. Next, Cognizant quarter to net falls 19%, retains revenue guidance for 2023. Next, parsing the tweaked data bill. Next, ELV8 fund locks first to close at $67 M. Next, new bill spells out exemptions, but opposition expert decry government's powers. Next, used cars go spinny lays off around 300 hands. That much for today. Thanks for watching.